What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Champion Jerseys Only. Welcome in. Trying something new today. Going to be doing uh, three different streaming services at once. Actually, two streamings and one YouTube video and also a podcast. So bear with me. This is going to be tough. Want to talk to you about some new pickups that we got at Champion Jerseys Only, and actually a couple extras that aren't Champion jerseys that snuck into our collection in the last couple weeks. Thanks for joining us. Check us out on all our social media platforms. If you want to check us out on YouTube, this video will be cleaned up and put on YouTube, and that's at search the Hoops Allure, and you'll see the Champion Jerseys Only podcast. This is episode 3. If you want to check us out on Twitch, we're live right now on Twitch. That's at champion _jerseys _only on Twitch. I'm new to Twitch, so bear with me there. And then, of course, Instagram. If you're checking us out on Instagram, that's at Champion Jerseys Only, all one word, Champion Jerseys Only. Once again, we're going to have this also put on podcast. Unfortunately, right now it's only on the Apple Podcast platform right now, but that's search Champion Only Podcast, Champions Only with an S, Champions Only. So thanks for joining in with us. Going to try something new. I'm not the most tech savvy here, so hopefully this goes over well. We'll just go roll with the punches and see what we can come up with. So I just typically check out what we picked up in the last month or so. It's been a little while since we've done anything here. So if you like Champion jerseys, check us out. Share it with a friend. Let us know. If you have questions, leave us a DM on our platform, whatever you're watching on right now. You can also shoot us an email. Email address is championjerseysonly@gmail.com. If you have a question or if you want us to talk about something, please do that. Email us, send us something, and of course you can just jump on our DMs and send us something. So what we typically do is kind of just show you what we've gotten in the last month or so as far as the Champion jerseys go, and kind of let you know a little bit of background about them, where we got them, stuff like that. So I'm going to reach over and grab some here. First one up. All the jerseys today that I'm going to be showing you are replica jerseys, no authentics or game used. First one up is a replica Orlando Magic all black Penny Hardaway. This is a size 36, which typically runs, all Champion jerseys kind of run a little smaller. A lot of them have been around since the late 90s, so they've been washed and dried a lot of times, so they probably shrunk a little bit. But a 36 is typically kind of like a small, I would say, in men's. And 36 looks small. If you see it, it definitely looks small. I think sometimes people end up ordering these and they check them out and they find out they are a little tight. So if you're looking to buy some Champion jerseys, kind of assume that the jersey is going to be a little tight on you, especially if you want to wear it over something like a shirt, something like that. So pretty nice, in great condition. None of the numbers or the logo are cracking, which is pretty sweet to have. In great condition, and once again, these are all going to be on our Etsy page. If you're able to check that out, do check that out, because we have all the Champion jerseys on there. We also post them on our Instagram page, and please do check that out. So you'll be able to find those if you're interested in buying. I just like to go over which ones that we picked up and kind of tell you a little bit about them. Obviously, Penny Hardaway, legend when it comes to the Orlando Magic and NBA overall. Got to see him recently coaching, with Memphis. I don't know exactly how his team ended up, and I think they were in the NIT tournament. So cool to see him back out there. Was just a kind of stalwart with the Magic for quite a few years, and then of course injuries and off-court stuff kind of derailed him a little bit. But he had a great career with the Orlando Magic. Next up is one that I really, really enjoy getting. Kind of a rare one to see. And a player that's I really enjoy, and he's actually got a career post-basketball too, which makes him kind of stay relevant. This is an Indiana Pacers, number 5, and this is a white jersey. As we've said before, white jerseys are typically kind of tough to get. Indiana Pacers, number 5. size 44, which is large. And if you guessed Jalen Rose, then you got it right. Jalen Rose. The nice pinstripe. This jersey is in really good condition as well. Not much cracking or fading or anything on the numbers. Real nice jersey. This one pretty tough to get, so definitely will run a little high. It might seem a little high if you look it up on our Etsy page for the price, but definitely one that's worth it, and one I like to hold on to from time to time. And I've never had one, so it's pretty cool to have one at this point. So that's Jalen Rose, the white one with the Indiana Pacers. Of course, he played with a couple other teams. I don't know if he had too many champion jerseys other than the ones with the Pacers. I think there's some Denver Nugget Jalen Roses, and I think that might be it. But nice jersey to get a hold of. Next up is one we just picked up, also in great condition. It's a Utah Jazz, the purple. Once again, a replica as well. Number 12, and it is a size 48, which is extra large. 48, extra large. This one is definitely true to size, I believe. It's definitely a nice fit. Doesn't seem like it's been worn a whole lot, so that may be why it hasn't been washed, dried. Great numbers and letters. Still holding up pretty well. If you haven't guessed by now or looked it up, it is the one and only John Stockton, the point guard. And the back of this jersey is in really good condition. The lettering on the last name, very good condition, as you can see. And then the numbers, all in great shape. Definitely think this jersey's been hanging up in a closet for quite a while, so pretty nice to have. Like I said, size 48, extra large if you're interested. I've had one other John Stockton, and it was also a replica. It was a white John Stockton, and it was not in very good shape. I've seen a few in the past that typically aren't in very good shape, so to find a purple one's pretty cool. All right, so then we're down to two more on the champion jersey side, and these are the two favorites that I got. And we're going to give you two bonus jerseys and actually take a look at the one I'm wearing. So first up is an Indiana Pacers. Notice it's a little different, the lettering and everything, than the one I just showed you. This is an early Indiana Pacers, size 40, number 45. So a size 40 is actually a medium, size 40. But this one, just like the Penny Hardaway, I believe I told you right, that was a small, definitely cut very small. So probably would fit pretty tight on a man, but definitely a nice jersey. Probably fit anybody that's kind of small pretty well. But if you guessed it, Rick Smits. If you remember Rick Smits from the 90s, big ass white boy. With blonde hair, played for the Pacers, was a great player for their team. I don't know how many years he ended up there, but a great player, probably in the Hall of Fame for the Pacers. Had his moments guarding big guys like Shaq and Patrick Ewing and all that, but definitely a great player. Actually, my first ever NBA basketball game, I went to a game in Washington. It was the then Washington Bullets versus the Pacers, and I'll never forget seeing both Georgie Mirzon, if you don't know that name, look that name up, and Rick Smits walked down the tunnel, and I was sitting behind the basket right by where they would go into their locker room, and seeing those two guys walk by was unbelievable. I think George Mirzon was 7'6", 7'7" he may have been, and Smits I think was over 7 foot, 7'2", something like that. So pretty cool. He does definitely not fit in this jersey, but he was a big guy. Anyway, definitely a cool one. Kind of tough to see, so this runs a little high on the Etsy page. We'll be putting all these up, but also in really good condition. All the ones that we showed so far are in really nice condition, almost brand new. They had a new tag on them. I would be not surprised, but has been used. A little bit of cracking on the numbers in the back, but nothing too bad. We got one more champion jersey, and this is one that was probably my favorite out of the group. And it's probably going to be a popular one just because of the team. The jersey itself is not in the greatest condition, but it's still a pretty sweet jersey. Kind of tough to find. I want to actually look up and see how many people are selling this right now. Give me 1 second. I'll give you guys a peep at it now. So the old school New Jersey Nets, which you're starting to see with the Brooklyn Nets wearing the old school at night. This one's dark blue with the red trim, very similar to a Detroit Pistons jersey of the same time, 90s jersey. Number 30, and it's a size 48, so it's an extra large. And there's definitely some wear and tear on the numbers, as you can see. But definitely a cool jersey, and especially right now with the Nets being pretty popular again. And this one is Carrie Kittles. That's a name you probably don't hear a whole lot, so it's definitely going to be a tougher jersey to get. Definitely not as clean as the other one as far as the numbers go, but overall the jersey's in great shape. I don't expect this one to last too long once we put it up, just because of the hype with the Nets, which is fine with me. But definitely a good one for the collection. Also a replica, as we said before. And just wanted to peep right now and see. I'm seeing a lot of different numbers. First take right off the bat looks like over $100 on pretty much every website. I'm even seeing well over $100 on a couple websites. So that's pretty cool. I think this is a cool pickup. That's why I was really excited about it. And, of course, he stuck around for quite a while for the Nets, and played in the era when they had the dark blue and also the gray color, which I believe they had champion as well when Jason Kidd and Kenny Martin and those guys got there. But Carrie Kittles, good name. If you don't know him, look him up. He was a great player with the Nets. I believe they went to the finals and played the Lakers during his tenure there. I got two more to show you guys, and then the one that I'm wearing right now. So once again, check us out. Twitch, it's champion jerseys only. I'm sorry, champion_jerseys_ only. Instagram, we're at champion jerseys only. That's where I know a lot of people check us out at, so that's cool. If you want to check out this podcast or the video of this afterwards, probably throw some cool little graphics in and stuff like that. See what kind of video editor I can turn into after doing all this. But check us out on our YouTube page, which is actually, if you search the Hoops Allure, the account that we kind of affiliate with, and is kind of like the father account's the Hoops Media, and Hoops Media is also a Instagram page, so check that out as well. Kind of our parent for all of this stuff, and Champions Jersey is kind of actually kind of spawned off of what we do there. So if you want to check that out. And then, of course, check out the podcast. Only on Apple right now. We're working on getting it on Spotify and Google. It's search Champions Only Podcast, and would love if you will like and subscribe. Check that out. If you have any questions about the jerseys, or want to see where we're going with everything, we'll have links to the Etsy page, and of course you can DM us and stuff like that. So I'll jump into the two that aren't champion jerseys. Don't always do this, but definitely picked up some cool ones in the last pickups we had. I'm in Florida, and it is hot. I don't have AC in my lab, that I call it, my garage actually, so sorry for the sweat. This one is a Golden State Warriors blue. It's a Reebok jersey. These bad boys got pretty popular right around the time that they made the playoffs and made a run as an 8 seed. These jerseys were around, I would say, late 90s, early 2000s, even up until the point where Steph Curry joined them, because I believe there's a Steph Curry Warriors in this style. So number 5, it is a 2XL. So it's pretty big jersey, definitely, but If you guessed Baron Davis, you got that right. Baron Davis, one of my favorite players to watch, and enjoyed his career. With the Warriors for sure. Had the iconic dunk on the I'm drawing a blank, the Utah Jazz, Andrei Kirilenko, but a great point guard. Had some great time with the Charlotte Hornets, and really cool guy and ambassador for the game. Played at UCLA, I believe, but he works, I think, still in basketball as an announcer, and he was a trailblazer in what he could do. Point guard, could guard the other point guard, could play, assist at times, assist most of the time, and then also dunk on you when you weren't looking. So Baron Davis, a sweet jersey. Love this style that the Warriors had back in the even early 2000s and late 2000s. I believe this was probably from that time, but a 2XL, so that'll go up on our Etsy page. Wanted to show that one off, even though it's not a champion jersey. And then our last one is another guy that I can't pass up every time I see. This is an Adidas. The Washington Wizards in their bluish color that they had back about 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. This is an XL. Definitely looks a little bigger than not as big as the Baron Davis I had before, but feels pretty big as well. And it's a number 0. It's also a replica. And this one is Gilbert Arenas. Typically, these Gilbert Arenas jerseys, I've had about 2 or 3 of them, and they don't last. People love these. Even the ones that they did with throwback to the Bullets, like I said before, and the gold ones that they did with the Wizards. I think I sold one of each of those, and then 2 or 3 of the white ones. So this is my first blue one, if you will, of the Wizards. Gilbert Arenas, awesome player. Go back and look him up. He had some cool runs when he was with the Wizards, some battles with LeBron, and great player. So also a former Warrior. Probably had the same jersey as Baron Davis there, but moved on to the Wizards. Next up, we're gonna do our little reveal here on the jersey I'm wearing. If you've already seen it, sorry for the podcast if you've not seen it, but we'll do a little reveal. This is a really awesome jersey that I found that's pretty rare, and it's rare for a couple reasons. The main reason being that this player was actually drafted by the team and never actually played a game for the team he was drafted for. And the team was the Indiana Pacers. Probably looks a little similar to the Rick Smits that I had earlier. It is a size 48. And it's number 22. That number to me means a lot to me. It was my best friend's number when we played in high school and in college, growing up in the Northeast. And my best friend actually passed away somewhat tragically 2 years ago. And so that number is just an iconic number to me, and I search for the number 22 in pretty much every jersey. You can see behind me here, I've got a number 22 Maryland Terps jersey. We were huge Terps fans. Recently got this one. It's a kind of a throwback. I'm not exactly sure what year that was from, but anyway, the number 22 means a lot to me, and that's why I buy it. Then when I saw this jersey, I had no idea who it was, and I'm not bragging or anything, but pretty much any player from the 90s that had any kind of significance, and even not, just from collecting basketball cards and reading magazines and all that, I pretty much knew. So when I saw this jersey and I saw the name on the back, I had no idea who it was, and but I knew I wanted a number 22 jersey, and it took me a little bit to figure out. So I'm gonna turn around for the video viewers here, see if I can do this right. Hopefully I'm showing it. So it is Bailey. if you can't see it, it is there. But number 22, last name is Bailey, Bailey, and the first name of the player is Damon. And Damon was a basketball player that was drafted by the Pacers. He was from Indiana. I'll give you a little background on him. He was recruited to Indiana to play for Bob Knight, actually as an 8th grader, which was kind of unprecedented, and played at Bedford High School, I believe, in North Lawrence, Bedford, North Lawrence. Recruited as an 8th grader, came to Indiana, and left high school as the all-time leader in Indiana's history at that time, I believe, in 1990. And then he went to Indiana, played from 1990 to 1994. He was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year in 1991 and a third-team All-American, actually in 1994. Averaged almost 20 points a game his senior year for the Indiana Hoosiers, Bob Knight. And then for his career, averaged 13. So had a great career there, played all 4 years. Then was drafted 44th overall by the Pacers in 1994 in the second round. And unfortunately, after injuries in the very beginning of the season, he never got to play and was never on the court. And this is the part that makes it kind of, I guess, the allure of the jersey is he is a player that had a jersey made of him that never played an NBA game. He played a few preseason games, I believe the year after. If you look it up, no stats whatsoever. And then briefly signed with the Cavs, kind of got hurt, was never on a team. I think he bounced around a little bit, was out of basketball, came back, signed with the Cavs in 1999, but never played with them as well. So my question is he the first, is he the only player, I'm talking champion jerseys era, is he the only champion jersey, replica jersey made of a player that never played? I don't see any other color jersey. The pinstripe, I don't believe, was around at this point with this jersey, and I don't see a white one for him. So I don't know if this is the only style that he made, or if it was the only version. Be interesting to see if there was ever an authentic one of these made. But I do believe at this point he is definitely a player that never played in the NBA that had a jersey made after him. I don't know yet. I've tried to do some research, but I haven't done it yet. If you have any insight on this, you're probably just as much a nerd on this stuff as I am or more. But let me know if you know of a player who never played in the NBA and but I had a jersey made of him, especially a champion jersey, because I would like to see it. So once again, number 22, Damon Bailey. He was a white boy, played guard, I believe, out of Indiana, but was ironically drafted by the Pacers, but never played. He did have some time, spent some time coaching. He has he does have a Wikipedia page. You can look him up, which is kind of cool, and there's some pictures of him. Didn't really see too much, maybe one basketball card of him, which is kind of cool though. But then he coached high school after he left playing career, and then was also he was actually the assistant at Butler for the women's team for 3 seasons. And Wikipedia says he resigned from that to take a job, or actually he had started a company. And so he quit basketball to run that company. So pretty cool. Just a little stat. It's a jersey that we have. It's on our Etsy page. We'll say it's listed pretty high just because of what it means to me and the rareness of it. If you really want one, you'll probably find one for a lot cheaper than what we have it for, just because of, like I said, what it means to me. I usually hang it up kind of in our lab here, so the number 22 being pretty iconic for me. But anyway, a cool jersey nonetheless. Thanks for joining us once again. Champion Jerseys Only podcast is volume number 3. Check us out on all of our social media pages. We're going to put this up across our pages, and hopefully you guys will like it. If you have any questions, shout them out, and I'll try to get back to you and try to answer them. Once again, Eric from Champion Jerseys Only. Check us out on all of our outlets, and do please subscribe to the podcast, and we'll have it up shortly on Google and on Spotify as well. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for checking in. Hope you enjoy what we showed. And once again, everything will be on our Etsy page. We'll have a link for that on any way you're watching this tonight. Have a good one.